that? Still bang 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 bang. Hey, hey,
all
hey.
them a try, them can't deny.
Young boss, nation,
Youths are fear.
Young boss, young boss, is there?
Moment to collect myself because I just finished Marvel's What If episode 4. It's only episode 4 and this shit was beautiful. Oh my god. I was in this bitch fangirling. I was like, yo. So I gotta talk about episode 3 before I can talk about episode 4. I'm gonna breeze through episode 3 because episode 3 is, all honesty, is shitty compared to episode 4. That's just straight facts. All I'm saying, I'm just spitting facts. That shit was shitty in comparison to episode 4. Episode 3 was an amazing episode, but episode 4 got its beat. So let's talk about it, right? Episode 3. Make a long story short, it's essentially, what if the Avengers never happened? And not because they decided not to assemble, it's because they wasn't able to assemble. They wasn't able to assemble because they was being killed one by one before they can actually start the Avenger Initiative. The episode takes place in between, I want to say, Iron Man 2 and stuff like that, like between that timeline, because it had Hulk's storyline, Thor's storyline, and Iron Man's storyline. You know what I mean? And it was happening like within the days, you know what I mean? So they was kind of lined up. But essentially, make a long story short, somebody's killing off the Avengers, and that leads to a series of events that has Black Widow and Nick Fury try to find out who's killing the Avengers, right? Black Widow goes, catches up with the Hulk. She watches Hulk die, and she because she needs the help of Betty. Betty helps her, stuff like that. It's a long process, like, because somebody had killed Thor. Well, somebody forced Hawkeye to kill Thor, and because Thor is dead, Loki shows up with the whole Asgard and declares war, right? So to make it as fast as possible, essentially we find out that Hank Pym, yes, Ant-Man's Hank Pym is actually going around wearing the Yellow Jacket outfit, and he's just murdering everybody. You know what I'm saying? He's just straight body in him. Without a doubt, just straight body in him. And the reason he's doing that is because not only did he lose his wife, but we find out he lost his daughter, Hope, because she ended up joining S.H.I.E.L.D. in this universe. And because of that, she passed away. And because I guess they didn't honor her in the way he felt like she should be honored, he goes out killing the Avengers before they can even start. And I mean, like, all of them, all except Captain America, is like straight dead. Straight dead. So it ends up going that Nick Fury recruits the help of Loki, and they go and they fight Hank Pym. After they capture Hank Pym, we find out that Loki is deciding that because it was fun to stay on Earth, that he should do it permanently, and he decides that he's now going to be the new conqueror of Earth. And that's how the episode ends, like him the conqueror Earth. But like I said, it was a good episode. It had a lot of twists. You know, the Hank Pym whole thing didn't really occur to like it didn't really pop up to like the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So it was like, oh shit, word. You know, you didn't really get like for me personally, I didn't really get any indication that was gonna happen. You know what I mean? So it really took me for a shot. But the episode was good. It was great, amazing episode. Marvel's What If is just fantastic, right? So now, you know, check it out. But episode 4. How can I, like, I'm trying to fight the excitement back. Like, this episode was just pure orgasmic fun. That's the best way to put it. Was just pure. I was in this. Had me like, oh, you know what I mean? Cause like, I'm trying not to fangirl. I'm trying to sit there and explain it to you guys, so I'm not off the walls. You know, I don't want to take up too much time because I want to talk about this shit, right? So, and not just the episode itself, but like why I made what made it so beautiful to me. Like, so episode 4 is essentially a Doctor Strange episode, and it's titled "What if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands?" Right? So it's not his physical heart. The heart they're talking about is his girlfriend, who I don't give a fuck what her name is at the moment. I forgot. I think it's Christine or some shit like that. Cassidy. So he lost his heart, the girlfriend, and like this man has descended into the abyss, like the darkness in himself. This man has become Vader. He's become Lord Vader, Darth Vader. You know what I mean? So to put a run through, a run through of it, the episode essentially starts with the accident occurring, which is Doctor Strange going to the ball. Because remember in the original Doctor Strange movie, he was going to a fundraiser or a ball or something like that, a party in his honor. This time he actually brings the girl with him. Because I think in the original one, the actual Doctor Strange movie, they weren't dating. They was like on and off. I think it was on and off. In this one, they were actually dating. So because he was dating her, he took her with him to the fundraiser. And same thing as before, he's speeding, wilding. It wasn't really wild. He wasn't wilding at the beginning of the car ride, but like when he got the truck was in front of him, so he got a little impatient, so he started wilding, jumped into another lane. There's a car coming, so now he has to jump back. So as he jumps back, you find out that there's a car coming towards him, totals him, sends the man flying off the I think it's a freeway, flying off the freeway or the bridge or whatever he was on. There's like a little hill, but I don't know what they refer to it as. Sends him flying off the joint, crashes down, hitting rocks and edges and all that bullshit. Hits the ground, hits the gate, and then as he hits the gate, falls into the water. Halfway, like the car is halfway submerged in the water. Like the whole front bumper is just all the way, not even from all the way to the windshield is just encased in water. But they're fine, you know what I'm saying? They're just like this. Well, you would believe they'll be fine because we find out that Doctor Strange's girlfriend is dead. So what we found out is that literally leads to Doctor Strange still being Doctor Strange. Like nothing changes at all except for the fact that she's dead. He still goes to the Sanctum. He still meets the Ancient One. Still does the thing with the Time Stone. He goes and bargains with bargains with Demarmu? Yeah, Demarmu, some shit like that. I think I would say Demarmu. He bargains with him. And then that's where the what if storyline picks up. So it picks up from after all that situation. Because he had lost his heart, he now isn't as, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Energized or really into the whole being Doctor Strange. You know what I mean? Because he's still stuck on her. So what he does is he uses the Time Stone to essentially go back in time to try to bring her back. Literally, it all fails. Without a doubt. Every single time he does it, it fails. And we find out because it's a fixed point in history, or fixed point in the timeline where if she doesn't die, you don't become Doctor Strange in this universe. But in ours, he lost the ability to use his hands, and that made him become Doctor Strange. Well, in this one, because he brought her, he has to lose his heart. And it's crazy because we see like he's doing everything under the books when he jumped through time to kind of stop him. Like he takes a different route. He doesn't try to skip past the truck. Doesn't even take her there. They get there. She has a heart attack. They go out to eat. She gets shot. Breaks up with her. She dies in a fire. It's like, yo, it's so fucked up because the man just wants to save his girl. You know what I mean? And let's be honest, we all had that one girl we would go to hell and back for. Like, come on now. We got to be honest. We all had that one shorty we would just do anything for. You know what I mean? We still would. So he, like, literally devoted as much as as many times as he could to try to save her, to the point where it just started fucking with him. He's just sitting there breaking down like, yo, why can't I save her? So the Ancient One goes to him eventually. He tells him, like, listen, you're bugging out. You can't do this. You can't save her. If you do say, even if you could save her, you will never become Doctor Strange. And because you don't become Doctor Strange, the timeline has made it fixed to the point where she's gonna die every time, just so you can continue to become Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange doesn't believe this. He's like, listen, you told me that nothing is impossible. Yeah, she told you that, nigga. But you know what I'm saying? She told you that when possible things are impossible. You know what I mean? It's literally impossible to bring her back. And even when he did bring her back, what she does, there's a twist in that too, which I'm gonna talk about a little later. But it's like, it's fucked up. So essentially the Ancient One does the super crazy magic, super crazy fucked up magic where she separates Doctor Strange. She said from what she said, I'm gotta remember it or put it in my ways. She essentially said that because he was so set on doing this, she made it to where she could split the timeline in the same universe. So she essentially made two Doctor Stranges because she split the timeline, and because of that, one Doctor Strange set out to find the magic to actually bring back the girlfriend, and the other Doctor Strange said fuck it and continued just to be the Sorcerer Supreme and not the Dark Sorcerer Supreme. Or that's what I'm gonna call him, Dark Sorcerer Supreme. So the Doctor Strange we actually follow it in the What If storyline is the evil one, and we essentially see his journey. He goes to find the books of Calypso, or Calypso or some shit like that. He ends up. I don't know how he ends up there. I think it's because, yeah, I don't. To be honest, that's the one thing I don't know how he ended up there. I think he might have used magic, but I don't know where it is, so I couldn't even tell you guys if I wanted to. Like, he ended up in Mexico or Peru. Like, I don't know at all. He just ends up literally in front of the gate of not in front of the gate, front of the temple of Calypso. He goes in there. He meets Obi, who is the librarian, and Obi essentially allows him. He takes him there, allows him to use the books to study for his purpose. I guess not as a lesson, but like as a way for him to fuel his flame. Because Obi really doesn't stop him. Obi tries to give him words of advice, which he doesn't adhere to, but he doesn't really stop him, telling him this is bad shit, crazy, don't do this. He just lets him do it. I guess because every man has to go through their own journey. So Doctor Strange does his thing. He's studying, learning dark arts. He tries to start. I can't fucking talk. He tries to start a bargain with Calypso, and then we find out by Obi that, look, dark magic and evil mystical beings don't work like that. Like, they don't do bargains and stuff. You either gonna kill them, take their magic, or they're gonna kill you. You know what I mean? So because of that, Doctor Strange has to use a way to actually attain their magic, which is by force. So instead of trying to bargain with them so they can share the magic, he's gonna essentially take all their magic, which he does. He uses the books to find, starting off small, goes to little garden gnomes, dragons, serpents, griffins, and all that, just sucking them in. Pause. Sucking them, draining their magic and using their magic as his own, to the point where he's literally being fused with each of these creatures, and he just becomes Dark Sorcerer Supreme. Like, eventually he gets to Calypso and drains his magic too, and he's just the whole Dark Sorcerer Supreme. Yet he still has this humanity to him, because we find out Obi's dying and he wants to save Obi, but Obi's like, listen, man, because we found out Strange been at this like year, month, like all around, and Obi just tells him like, listen, you chose to stop time to be able to study here for as long as you need to. I didn't. I just chose to stay here and be the librarian because I wanted to live life. So Doctor Strange kind of wants to reverse time to save Obi so he can essentially live forever, so he wouldn't have to die, and he wouldn't have to sit there with the death of Obi on his chest, because he loved Obi. You know what I'm saying? He kind of grew to love Obi like he loved It's Wu or Wong. I think it's Juan. Like he grew to love Juan and the other dude, the black homie. And like so he offers to save Juan. Juan tells him, listen, man, don't do that. Don't gotta worry about it. I chose to live my life. I'm gonna live it to the fullest. Essentially living my life also means sometimes at some point dying, which he was fully ready to accept. And he's like, listen, I'm gonna die. And I will be a memory, and I will continue to live on in your memory. And he just died, and I left Doctor Strange with a sour note. We like, damn, I just love this man. I could save him, or I wish I did save him, but I'm gonna respect his wishes. And Obi gave him a little advice earlier because after his first interaction with Calypso, he fucked up, got beat up, and Juan was trying. Juan. Fuck, why did you call him Juan? Obi was trying to let him know, like, you sure she's worth it? Because, and it was such a good message. He was like, you sure it's worth it? Because you're essentially doing something that no man would ever do. You know what I'm saying? Or wouldn't do to the extent he's doing it. And he's like, yeah, but I love her. She's worth it. I'm telling you. And he goes, I get it, but you know, love is not only a drug, it's a poison, you know what I mean? Like, it can break you, it can hurt you. And he told him straight up, like, listen, love just don't break your heart. It can break your mind too if it hits you the right way or the wrong way. And that shit went out the ear with Doctor Strange. So after Obi dies and after Doctor Strange gets all the dark magic, we find out by Obi that there's actually two Doctor Stranges. Like I told you guys earlier, when the Ancient One split the timeline. And the Ancient One, and we actually go to the point of the other Doctor Strange where we find out the Ancient One is telling him, like, listen, there's enough of you out there that did the bullshit that I tried to tell him not to do, but he did the bullshit. So now you gotta fix your own bullshit by fighting your evil self, because your evil self is doing bullshit and you are a split of you know what I mean? All this crazy shit. So she basically just gives a rundown like this. You gotta fight yourself to stop yourself from fucking up the world, because if he goes about saving this girl and actually fixing a fixed point in time, he's gonna fix it, but he's gonna destroy the whole universe, so it's not even worth it. So Doctor Strange is like, okay, I gotta fix this. And you know, we see there he's preparing for the fight. Juan is letting him know, like, you sure you want to do this? Because I know you love her, you know what I mean? Like, sure. The good Doctor Strange is just like, listen, man, I do love her. I wish I could see her, but I'm not gonna risk the world, the universe, not even the world, the whole universe for this bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that. So Doctor Strange goes there. The two of them meet up. He tries the evil one, or the Dark Sorcerer Supreme, evil Strange, tries to like talk the good one into trying to like join sides of fusing and merging together willingly. Good Doctor Strange is saying with the, look here, nigga, you fucked up. I might fuck up if I don't beat you. So to correct this fuck up, I gotta beat your ass. So he beats his ass. Well, not to beat ass. They fight. You know what I mean? He's kind of, I don't want to say they evenly match, but they kind of closely are. I mean, I'm pretty sure the evil Doctor Strange is like kind of like this, slightly above. But they was going evenly matched. They fought for a little bit. Good Doctor Strange is doing the superhero talk, the power of friendship, you know what I mean? Talk no jutsu, just trying to be nice to him. Trying to let him know like this is wrong instead of whipping his ass. Evil Doctor Strange isn't hearing it. He's like, listen, I need to save this girl. This girl is everything to me. You know what I mean? Which is cute. And it's just they go at it. They fight, and eventually the evil Doctor Strange wins. And this is where the shit goes crazy. He wins. He merges with the good Doctor Strange. All that's left is evil Doctor Strange. They finally one and the same. He goes about resurrecting the girlfriend, his heart, and he gets his happy ending. Or he wish he did, because what happens is the whole world literally crashes into itself. It's like folding into itself as he's reviving her. And because he revived her in a world that was already dying because of his bullshit, she's now too dying because she's now alive again. So he brought her back only for her to die shortly after. He realizes his mistake, and he's seeing as not only she disappearing, but the world is disappearing. and he tries to stop it. Ah! You know what I mean? And this is where the craziest shit happens. Early in the episode, the Watcher actually stops observing to talk to us, the audience, and goes, I could interfere and let him, because this is like as he's trying to learn how to absorb evil magic, and he's like telling us like I could stop him and interfere, but that he can't, that's not my job. You know what I mean? Like if I stop him from doing this shit, then I'm essentially putting this multiverse ahead of all the other multiverses. I think he said the mother load or the motherverse or something like that. So as he says that and he goes back to watch it, we actually see Doctor Strange go, who's there? Who says that? Which means he heard the Watcher stop everything to intervene. Well, not even intervene, to talk about the situation. And I'm like stuck on fucking stupid. So fast going back to him trying to save the day. This motherfucker stops everything to talk to the Watcher. Yeah, he talks to the Watcher. He goes, wait, you can stop this. Help. And the Watcher literally interacts with somebody in the universe. He literally interferes as it goes on and goes, I can't help you. And the evil Doctor Strange and the Watcher are literally interacting with each other. He's trying to get the Watcher to do something because he heard about the Watcher. He's like, listen, I heard about you. You're a god. You have godly powers. Like, you can stop this. And he's listening to him talk. And he goes, listen, man, I'm not a god. You're not a god. We're not gods. We aren't supposed to be fucking with the timeline. The fact that you did this is all on you. And then he goes, well, punish me then. Don't punish this universe. Don't punish her. Still trying to save her. He's like, I'll take all the blame. Just fix the universe. And the Watcher goes, I can't. And he goes, please. And the Watcher just hits him with the hard truth. Like, listen, man. If I wish I could literally sit here, punish you, and fix this universe. But he said he tells him the truth, like, I can't do that. I can't interfere. I have no way to interfere. Like, if I interfere, I'm literally gonna make things 100 times worse than what you did. So he looks at him and tells him the hard truth, like, listen, man, you're gonna have to kick rocks. Like, you fucked up. Like, you did all of this to save one girl, and now you destroyed the whole universe, and you want me to fix your mistakes, and I can't do that, because if I do that, then I'm going to make it worse, because that's not my job. My job is not to fix the timeline, the multiverses, and stuff like that. My job is to observe and watch. And he gives them the truth, like, this is how it's going to end, man. Like, I want to help you, but I can't help you. And now I have to go back to doing what I'm doing, which is observing, just watching, the Watcher. And he just says that hard truth and goes back to watching as the universe folds in and collides and like at the end of it, we just see evil Doctor Strange holding his girl lovingly and shit, right? Trying to tell her, like, I'm sorry for all I did. I really fucked up. I can't fix this. You know what I mean? And like, just like that, everything ends. In my head, I'm sitting there thinking like, yo, this man might be in I'm sitting there thinking he might be in a multiverse of madness, but the universe is apparently destroyed, so I don't think his universe is ever showing up. But he dies. At least he gets to hold her while he dies. And like the very last scene is the Watcher in pitch blackness just talking about love can hurt you, it can break you. And one action, one mistake can destroy the whole world. Can destroy the universe. Or the multiverse. He said one of those, one mistake can destroy the whole multiverse. And I was like, yo, like this shit was so crazy. So the reason why I love this episode is just because it gives you the message of, it can kind of get two messages. Like, you should, like, this is how I interpreted it. Like, for starters, love can conquer all. You can do the impossible when you're in love. You know what I'm saying? Love is literally giving way for the probable to do impossible, or to the giving way for the impossible to be giving way for the impossible to be possible. There we go. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make a quote. And the other lesson is some things should never be fixed. You know, some things are just that. The good, the bad, all that happens in our life for a reason. We should just accept that, and instead of going backward and looking in the past, move forward. You know what I'm saying? And those were deep messages because they kept referring to love as like, man, I know you love her, but is she worth it? And one life for millions, and love is like, it can break you. It's not only gonna break your heart, but it can break your mind too. And it was really deep. On top of the whole Doctor Strange becoming evil, it was just crazy because he essentially was the bad guy for a good reason. It was a sad protagonist, all honesty. But I liked the episode, gave a strong message. Animation was fire, straight beautiful. Like, it switched between the regular animation, the way it is now. I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's 3D animation, whatever the case might be. But it switched from that that kind of style to cartoonish, with the whole magic and animal and the creatures, the mythical creatures and all like that. So I was just in love with this episode. Like, this episode is really beautiful. Excuse me. And I honestly don't know if they could top it. Y'all might have just shitted yourself in my book, because I don't know how y'all gonna top that. It's gotta be something crazy. Yeah, next episode gotta be insanely crazy to top that. You know what I mean? So that's really it. You know what I mean? That was really it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and we gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? This is gonna be the usual thing, reviews. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna start getting on my P's and Q's. All right, just stick with me, show some love, stick with me. All right, you guys. Without further ado, I'm gonna end the video, and I'm gonna see you guys next time.